Good. Are we on? I guess so. Better? That's better. Look at how much nicer everything is. Good morning, everyone. I am in Columbus, Ohio. So let's pray that the hotel Wi Fi works. Oh, boy. Is everyone doing okay? I'm doing okay. I'm not going to stand up right now. I have got gray ones, a little blue stripes. You got the gist. I'll show you at the end. It's a little late. Everything is behind today. It's a mess. It's a debacle, and I'm just trying to make the best of it all. All the coffee here tastes bad. I don't know if the Starbucks was bad or it's because we're in Columbus. It's so very, very hard to tell. But good morning to everyone. I will say, first things first, stop what you were doing. It didn't go up on time. It went up 8 minutes late, but that's okay. Please, please, please go watch the latest AEW with Emmy Award winner, Golden Globe Award winner for some reason, Paul Walter Hauser. It's up on YouTube. The links are everywhere, all over social media. Go like it, go watch it, go comment, go share it. Paul is very active on Twitter. Go tell him you liked it there. Go tell him you didn't like it there. He will also answer you. He's that active on Twitter, which is incredible. Of course, AEW has already started posting other videos. So make sure it doesn't get swallowed up. It's an important video. We talk about so many things. We have a harder discussion about acting and actually do a wrestling move in it. So maybe that's discouraging people to watch it. If that does, if you're one of the sick people that interests, you're going to have a good time. Mia said, good morning, beautiful people. Prisma said, happy Sunday, y'all. Christine said, good morning. Matt Sandy said, good morning, everyone. Morning, all. How was the con, RJ? Did you meet Weird Al? Well, this was the Columbus Comic-Con. And, there's a lot of people here. George Takei was here, which I thought was incredible. And a bunch of other people, Danny Trejo, Trish and Lita. You thought, oh, are they going to come by to AEW? The answer is no. We should have done like a roving live. Hey, it's a whole last minute thing. It worked, and I think we'll do more with these people. They were fantastic. But yeah, I guess look, I'm gonna post this tomorrow because I have a bunch of hay stuff to worry about now. But I'll post this tomorrow when all the hay business is out of the way. How does that work for everyone? Does everyone like that? Did everyone have a good time there? Get a good look. Luckily enough to get hooked up. And I said, why not? And I did the pose, and they said, well, let me do this. And that's why the guy's a fucking professional. So there's that. I'll post it tomorrow so everyone can calm down and relax. Con was lovely. The show was lovely. We had a blast. Leo said, would you eat a burger with mandarin slices in it? No, because I don't eat red meat anymore. So I don't eat burgers, period. Good morning, RJ. Very good episode of Hey this week. Thank you, Joseph. Nail said good morning. Red Dog said good morning, RJ Columbus, and everyone. Leo said, if Forbidden Doors in the O2, I can get a bus there from my home. Well, then everyone will just have to go to Leo's afterwards. Nail said, I just tweeted, send Nook. I'm sold on him. It was the scratching that got me. I tried to give Paul to have some gimmicks. You need a little zhuzhing up. So the end of the episode is primarily all gimmicks. Chronic Snake said, I bought one of your shirts and I think you sent me an email. That was really nice of you. Made my day, week. Thanks. Yes, I did send you an email. When people buy shirts through Pro Wrestling Tees, you get, for some reason, they send me an email with the email of the person who bought it. So I like to send them an email. It's the first Sunday of December. Aren't you excited? Yeah, I'm fucking thrilled, Mia. You know how hard it is in Christmas shopping when your country is on a postal strike? Not the best circumstances. Walter Johnson said, hi, Paul Walter Hauser, cool guest. I think you're just vibing on the whole Walter thing. Nell said, oh my God, that's brilliant. Leo said, what do you eat now? Not hamburgers. There's plenty of other foods, Leo. Sociero said, good morning, RJ. V said, good morning, RJ. And everyone. Mass Sandy said, I'm multitasking. Blue Meanie is also doing his podcast right now. Fuck this. Tell Blue Meanie if you can comment, if he's reading comments, tell him I said to go fuck himself. I'm watching Fulham too, and my friends at the Ron and Brian podcast are recording at 10. You just got your fingers in every pie, Miss Annie. Julia said, afternoon, RJ, and everyone. Walter said, AW Collision, good Saturday. John Moxley always hurt others. Yeah. Red Dog said, what's your favorite Weird Al song? Jurassic Park is good. Some of them I like better than the originals. Leo said, why do prostitutes do that? It's odd. I don't know, but I do like emailing people. Nell said, if you were inside out, what emotion would you be? Crippling anxiety is taken. Neurosis? Insecurity? Do they have insecurity? Walter said, the tournament is good in AEW. Solid statement. Leo said, what is your diet, though? What fucking business is it of yours, Leo? What are you snooping around for? You making a profile? What are you doing? Joseph said, RJ, when do you record those episodes? Is it during the week prior? Just curious. It all depends. Some of them are, for example, that one, I mean, you'll know by the set and the close, I recorded at the same time I did Big Boom AJ and Big Justice. So, you try to get as many as you can. This week, I'll record 2, and one will go out this week, and one will go out next week. So sometimes we get 4 weeks ahead, which is fantastic. Leo said, do you like my tank top? Yes. Leo, he posted a picture, and I'm going to, if you don't mind me sharing this, I know it's really personal, Leo. Leo got a tank top. I'll cut your face. I'm not going to do damage to your reputation. Got a tank top made of Greg Valentine sipping a hotel coffee. Definitely hotel. I was going to say espresso. But that's clearly a hotel coffee. In a blazer and his chain. Looks good for Greg Valentine. Julia said, can't wait to watch Meal and a Match. Thank you for reminding me this Friday at 12 p.m. This Friday, December 13th. Oh gosh, when it's Collision and then I do this. This Friday, 12 p.m., it will be a Meal and a Match on the TBS YouTube with our dual guests, Willow Nightingale and Orange Cassidy. And it's a good one. It's a fun time. And join us in the chat. We'll be live in the chat. We're going to have a good one. Mike said, get yourself a Buckeye donut before you leave Columbus. That's the only thing I remember about that town. I will not. Gina said, good morning. I've missed you all. I've been buried in my dissertation for weeks. I need a break. Hey, W. And this is the break I needed for my self-care. It's not really self-care. It doesn't improve. It's just a distraction. Leo said, has anyone been upset when they got the email? Yes. Someone ordered it. Someone ordered it like for their cousin or something and didn't realize like that's the thing I do. Like they weren't wrestling fans. So we went back and forth. It was great. Leo said, do you eat chicken? Yes, I do eat chicken. Aaron said, the Claymation Jurassic Park music video used to give me so many nightmares. And this is a joy of it. Nell said, maybe Leo wants to sing you some Uber Eats. Prisma said, did you enjoy your high spot signing? Did you catch that cough yet? Thank you all for joining me and participating in the high spot signing and live auction that we did on Thursday in Charlotte. I've been state hopping. It was a swell time. We learned a lot about everybody. Dalton was on the phone. Harley was on the phone. And I did not catch the cough of the host that was sick next to me. Dear Lord, that was awful. That's not a cough you put on camera. But it was nice. I hope to go back. I took a couple things from there. Let me see if I have it. If I do have it, I'm going to bring it out. They're like, whatever you want, take, and we'll, And I was more than happy to. Is this it? No. Let me find it. Hang tight. This is good. This thing's good. I trust me. This one's good. I rarely I'm like, oh, I have to get this one. But this, I could not say no to. So this is, and I feel like I'm going to hang it. This is called the Television Entertainer. Okay? And this is from when wrestling was on the radio. And it's a chart to show you all the different moves and the names of the moves. So when you're listening on the radio, you know what these people are doing to each other. The sub chancery, the giant swing, the reverse headlock, the hulch. Like this is like one of the coolest things I've ever seen. So I'm more than thrilled that I'm now the owner of that. I also want to say I did stand up last night. They were so nice to indulge me, the GalaxyCon people. They were doing a show. They invited me. I said, well, I'm doing this. They said, well, you've done Collision. Run across the hall. So that's exactly what I did. And it was weird because I didn't know what the comedy was, like what the crowd was, who the comedians were going to be. I was just running into the show. And it was not wrestling fans. They knew enough wrestling. But I did a bunch of wrestling stuff, and then I went into my bit about Phantom of the Opera. And the second I laid out my opening line about Phantom, I got like one guy was like, it was like passionate applause, like I brought up some political issue, like I was trying to make some point, which was enjoyable. But it was nice to do, I guess, more regular stand-up. Not that was regular. I mean, it's at a Comic-Con, but it was nice to do it away from wrestling. And then I was like, oh, I could have just written material on a bunch of other stuff. Leo said, show my face. And I refuse. Joseph said, Weird Al, Amish Paradise, can't go wrong. The man is brilliant. Walter said, RJ, will you be on Taco Vlog with Thunder Rosa one day? She's never asked me. Lauren said, hey, RJ and chat, use the Sylvia emoji. If you could book Paul Walter Hauser against any other Golden Globe winner, who would it be? Let's look at the Golden. Great question. Winners and nominees. Let's see. Can we go by year? Yes, the fuck we can. Great website. Let's see who won in 1985. Let's say the actor had to win, not just the movie. Not crazy about the actor's selection. Let's do 91. Dances with Wolves came out. It was a year. Al Pacino in Dick Tracy. Oh no, they have to be winners. Oh my God, Kevin Costner won for Dances with Wolves. This is very difficult. Here we go. Means like the list. Okay, I can go by best actor in a television series. Okay. Gene Barry, Dean Martin. Well, that's interesting. Isn't this amazing? 1966, Gene Martin and Bill Cosby were nominated. Martin Landau, Mike Connors. Okay, now we're into the 70s. Here we go. Peter Falk. Oh, Telly Savalas against Paul Walter 100%. And he's won a shitload of them. He would probably be my pick. Ed Asner won a few. Tom Selleck. How's Tom Selleck winning anything? Ron Perlman. He's giving his away at this point. Scott Bakula for Quantum Leap. Like that was, I can't believe that was nominated for anything. It's not a bad show, but like to give an award to, you know what I mean? We like, need to award the show for anything. Yeah. Telly Savalas, 100%. Done and done. Great question. Mia said, I love Willow. She's adorable. Nelson, did you have fun on High Spots? Yes. Weird Al is funny. Good songs. I'm fat. You know it. Leo said, would you eat a Shrek salad? Oh, they're the only salads I eat. We had this weird old man at work who was terminally ill and had his final Christmas dinner at the Japanese-made restaurant in London. That's the way I want to go. Matt Sandy said, Meanie is watching your live stream on his phone. Message incoming. Blue Meanie said, good morning, folks. I'm also streaming The Mind of Meanie, but couldn't pass up a run in here. Let me see if I can run in on Blue Meanies. They're live. Look. Okay. They're live. So I've written, you go to hell, good meanie. You go to hell, Blue Meanie. I've typed it in his live chat. Give him time. Give him time. There we go. He's replying now. Blue Meanie's written. God bless me. That's delightful. Well, can you hear him? I'm sure you guys can hear him. Okay. All right, I'm out. But go watch it. You can go simulcast and then play back when I talk to each other. I've completely lost my place. It was lovely. Terminally ill, old man at work, Shrek salad. Walter said, RJ, will you be at AW Dynamite before Christmas? Yes. I can tell you the last show I wasn't at. Mia said, I have my hair like you today. Can we get a hair shake out, please? And thank you. Happy holidays to you. What a dick. It's weird because I had it up from yesterday and I haven't really washed it. So it was just sitting weird. That's it. It sucks. And you ruined it. So thanks. Miss Annie is this is fucking overload for him. Leo said, did you play as Blue Meanie in WrestleMania 2000? Yeah, absolutely. Cult Foom said, where is Danhausen? He's online. Leo said, is Matt Cardona going to be on Hey? If he's not a fucking wimp, that's a word that heels use. Wimp. And then you get booed. Leo said, if I look at Wrestling X, formerly known as Twitter, my brain breaks and I start to hate wrestling. Blue Sky's lovely. Nell said, I think great opponents for Paul's dream match would be Dalton with you and David as the boys. Leo said, has David Arquette won a Golden Globe? No. I don't even need to look it up. He's not. Do you think David Arquette will ever get a wrestling figure? Well, he has the micro brawler. And then they've asked about bendies. Of course, Matt Cardona was sniffing around trying to make a buck. He should. I'm quite frankly surprised that WWE never did some sort of Legends deal with him for the WCW stuff. You're making gobbledygooker, like you're making beaver cleavage. Like, what are we doing here? But I also feel like him being an actual celebrity would probably have a hefty licensing agreement. So that's probably why they don't want to do it. And then Ready to Rumble is probably owned weirdly divided up. the movie studio might own some, and then WCW, is that transfer over? Like, I don't know what that deal is. V said, I wish we were getting the annual Santa house in Hay. Is it really the holidays if Santa doesn't come? Yeah, well, I think our closest to Christmas is December 22nd. We will do something. It doesn't feel too Christmassy. It's only the 22nd. And that's also the final day we're in Hammerstein. And then after that, the week after, we're off the 28th, so we won't do a New Year's one. Sean said, sorry I'm late. Hey, Culties. Good morning. Wonder Technology. Blue Meanie said, no. Oh, that's how far back I am? Jesus. Oh, shit. Miss Andy said, Miss Andy, stalwart of the wrestling community, making simulcast happen again. Leo said, what was the best book cover I made for you? I don't fucking, the one where I don't eat hamburgers. Christina said, 60-second scene. Regis Philbin and Sebastian Maniscalco are having brunch, talking about random minor celebrities they've run into recently. Minors as in small or minors as in children? You know who I saw? Me and Joy were all dressed up at the Blue Dolphin, a nice restaurant downtown in the city there in Manhattan. And you know who I saw, Sebastian? I saw Mickey Dolenz from the Monkees. You know the thing that bothers me about these monkey guys? They say, hey, we're the Monkees, like somebody else would ever be the Monkees. You know what I mean? Like this Davy Jones guy. Have you seen him walking around? Oh, that Davy Jones. I love him too. I'll tell you something else. You know who else? And you'll love this. I saw Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet playing mini putt. The thing with the golf, the mini putt is like, what is it, golf? But smaller? Oh, gee, this is great French toast, isn't it? What about you? How's your dish, Sebastian? What is it's eggs Benedict? Who did Benedict make these eggs? Okay. I think that's the gist. Nick said hello. RJ, hello. Citizens. Red Dog said apparently grumpy old lady Greg the Hammer Valentine didn't care much for Sting and walked out of WCW when Bill Watts wanted him to do a jobber match. Bless you, RJ. Bless Greg Valentine. He walked out. Took him 40 minutes, but he did it. Nails has been a member for 55 fucking months. Happy cultiversary to me. Can we get 60-second scene of your audition for Librarian number 2 in the new Paul Walter Hauser directed karate movie? This is very insulting. Ah, Mr. Hauser. I trust that you're well read. We do have a lovely selection of books here, if you care to browse. Mr. Hauser, I think we could find a few pieces of literature that would be to your liking. Mm-hmm. This one in particular, Mr. Hausen, reminds me of you. It's the book of losers. On God! As you can tell, I've spent a lot of time in a library and watching karate movies. Miss Andy said, Paul Walter Hausen versus Burt Young's character from All the Marbles. I should have said Burt Young was in it. Everyone loves Burt Young. Shit. Leo said, Rhino spearing Hawk to a girl through a table would have been better. There's still time. Joe said, Cardona said David basically laughed at him when he asked him about a bendy. Miss Andy said, get Mario Cantone for the Christmas show. Oh, I would love that. Nelson, I love that Paul picked Ready to Rumble as the best wrestling movie. I enjoyed your anger. Saeed said, Christopher, Massachusetts will return if you say so. Mia said, World's End weekend won't have an episode. Correct. Nell said, I want a Nook Christmas special, Christmas dinner with the Taz family. Leo said, David's wrestling attire for his championship match against Tank Abbott with some of the weirdest wrestling gear of all time. Funny because his indie gear looked amazing. So that, let me see. What is he wearing? Oh, yeah, that's weird. That's weird and stupid, but also like on brand and not surprising. Nail said, Rob just put his phone down to give Christine's request his full attention. Jason said, with World's End and Wrestle Dynasty back-to-back weeks, does that mean 2 weeks with no hay? Also, are you going to Japan? I will not be going to Japan. Wrestle Dynasty is also the same time as we're doing the first Collision on Max. We'll be streaming, we'll be simulcasting, all that business. So, yeah, we all have work to do. Matthew said, good morning, RJ and everyone. But I don't know. Maybe we will take off. I don't think so. Joseph said, very good Sebastian impression. Seek the Visceral said, wow, good morning, RJ. I raised my coffee to you. I raised my coffee to you. Mike said, the Blue Dolphin always makes me laugh as it is a famous go-to bar in South Philly near the house I blew up in. Well, I think it's a restaurant also in New York. There's one upstate. Bluefin is what I'm thinking of. Yes. There's a restaurant called yes, I guessed a seafood restaurant. There's the Bluefin is a restaurant in Midtown. Let me see if it looks any good. Maybe I'll go. Maybe I'll go just to. We were all outside. We went to the Minetta Tavern after for drinks. Let me see what the menu is. Main menu. Tiger prawn dumplings, bang bang rock shrimp, calamari, crab cake, roasted bacon, sea bass bites, lobster bisque, sushi. Yeah, I feel like well, they do have a tower. They have 3 different shrimp towers. Excuse me. Miso tenderloin. Oh, they have free range airline breast of chicken. Okay. That's not bad. What's the rating? Let me see let me go back. 4.2 out of 5 stars. Not horrible. Waiter, they have a good waiter, great sushi, great experience, excellent restaurant. It's nice. That's good. That's nice. Makes me happy that I now figured that out. I'm not answering any comments about Hawk to a girl. I refuse to give her any more attention. Nell said, this seems like a scheming librarian who can't be trusted. Well, yeah, he's run some sort of karate syndicate, I think was what I was inferring there. Leo said, if you could name an AEW pay-per-view, what would you pick? And be serious. Don't choose a stupid name. Yeah, because all wrestling pay-per-views have very serious names. My heart says Matt Mayhem. And we do it. And we do it at like 1 p.m. AEW, let's fucking go. No, I hate that. Wrestle Night's not that bad. They're always angry. I mean, Full Gear comes from Hangman saying it was always he's got to get in full gear. That's where it came from. Full Gear, Dynasty. I wasn't crazy about the name Dynasty, mainly because of the TV show. Let's look at former. Now that we're going to be on Max. Let's look at a list of HBO original programming. Maximum Security, Oz, 6 Feet Under, Big Love, John from Cincinnati, True Blood, Luck, Big Love Lies, Here and Now, AEW Here and Now. Okay, here's some comedies. Kids in the Hall was on HBO? Huh. That makes sense. Dream On. Dream On would be great. The High Life. Unscripted. Bored to Death. Hung. Getting On. Silicon Valley Ballers. Divorce. High Maintenance. Insecure. That's what I would call it. AW Insecure. Here's a mini series. From the Earth to the Moon. Band of Brothers. Empire Falls. AW Empire. AW Passion. Angry Boys. Parade's End. Show Me a Hero. AW Heroes. Heroes and Villains. The Night of. The Young Pope. Chernobyl. The Outsider. Beartown. The Baby. Hitchhiker. Tales from the Crypt. Perversions of Science. Todd McFarlane's Spawn. Animals. Fraggle Rock. I'm getting into the kids shows now. Crashbox. Crashbox is not a bad name. Rainbow Fish. Yesteryear American Uncovered. Real Sex. G-String Divas. What are we doing? Cat House. Dane Cook's Tourgasm. Pornocopia. Fuck. AW Vice would be a cool name. AW McMillian. Murder on Middle Beach. AW Allen versus Pharaoh. Nuclear Family. Painting with John. AW Pray, Obey, Kill. Angel City. I would do like We're Here. Chillin' Island Variety. On Location. Standing Room Only. Video Jukebox. One Night Stand. Reverb. Joe Buck Live, which replaced Costas Now. But there's never been a wrestling show on HBO. I mean, they had Inside the NFL, they had boxing, tennis. That's fucking fantastic. So I don't know. I guess the jury's out. I got to think about it a little more. Fee said the librarian's voice had hints of Vincent Price. Are there any books that would be to your liking? Fuck you, Nails. Nails said every impression usually Vincent Price or Travolta. Japan said, Nails said, do you think you would like Japan? I think I would like going there to work and do shows. That would be, I'm over vacationing. It's not a thing. Aaron said, can you sing MacArthur Park or the Jurassic Park variant? It's been in my head since the Weird Al chat. I'm not going to sing the Jurassic Park one. Spring was never waiting for us, dear. It ran one step ahead as we followed in the dance. I'm not. MacArthur's Park is melting in the dark. All the sweet green icing flowing down. Someone left the cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it, 'cause it took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe again. Oh no. You can't, the range is so insane. I recall the yellow cotton dress foaming like a wave on the ground beneath your knees. The birds like tender babies in your hands, and the old men playing Chinese checkers by the trees. MacArthur's Park is melting in the dark. All the sweet green icing flowing down. Someone left a cake out in the rain. I don't think that I can take it. This is when it's over. Took so long to bake it, and I'll never have that recipe again. Oh no. Awful. Awful song to sing in this environment. Horrible choice, Aaron. Miss Annie said, does the show being on Max change anything? Will there be any more content? Yes, I intentionally decapitalize that. Well, I don't know. I don't think Dynamite and Collision will change, but it certainly opens more opportunities First of all, for the library, which I'm fascinated because the library it doesn't really exist in that kind of format, which I think is great, especially when let's be honest, I think when WWE moves to Netflix, you're not going to see that much old shit anymore. Certainly not in it's the network form. So people who love watching that kind of stuff, it's gone. So I hope we do have a hearty library. And then I also wanted, Renee and I could host things to help people find stuff, because company's been around for 5 years now. It's put out a lot of comments, a lot of content, and I think it's good to help people curate. Well, fucking the best of Eddie Kingston, best of Hangman Page. That stuff would be great to do. The best of certain gimmick matches or the best of Full Gear. That stuff would be great. Mio said, in 2025, you'll finally have your AW graphic? No. And too many people have it already, so I'm done. Steve said, hey, RJ, with all your travels, which restaurant is the swankiest you've ever been to? The swankiest? I went to one in Brooklyn, maybe. That was hidden in the back of a grocery store, and it was probably the best place I've ever eaten. With Mario. Well, let me see if I can find the name of it. Chef's Table at Brooklyn Fair. Nestled in the back of a busy Manhattan grocery store. Oh, that's why I thought it was in Brooklyn. It's called Brooklyn Fair, but it's in Manhattan. Chef's Table at Brooklyn Fair, where cutting-edge culinary expertise and ingenuity come alive. An exceptional experience awaits you. Executive chefs Nat Messing and Marco Prince raise the bar on a nightly basis. Our tasting menu changes daily, adapts to your season, weaving seafood-forward culinary journey with intermittent meat courses and a variety of desserts. We are proud of our award-winning wine program. Let me see what the I think you like reservations. Monday and Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Oh, those are just the office hours. I see. There's 2 seatings. 5 and 5:30, 8:30, 8:45. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 6 o'clock, 6:30, 7 and 7:30. The cost of our tasting menu is $345. Not including service and wine. Jesus. But it was great. It was really, really great. I mean, that was not, that was my travel. Gina said, I can't believe you're not going to Japan just to get Toru Yano. And hey, I'm needed here. I'm needed at home. Joseph said, how tall are you? A pig standing next to Orange Cassidy. You look huge. Well, as Sarah Shockey once said, I tweet smaller than I am. So it's deceptive. I would say I'm 6'2". I'm so far behind. AW. Oh my God. Everyone wrote AW shit. Okay. Here we go. Okay. I'm back. It's okay. Let's relax. Leo said, will AW do Mall of America? No. Neil said, is your shoulder feeling good? The pain is gone, but I feel like the function can still be better. It's going to take me a while. Calamity said, do you think a fancy dinner theater style wrestling event could be possible? Fans drinking wine and eating caviar and classy attire while drinking and watching body slams and headlocks. It's been attempted before, but I don't think it's been attempted well. It's certainly possible. I don't really think that's what you want to do when you're watching wrestling. I don't think it's a good idea to be holding a knife and fork while you're watching wrestling. I think it's a little too aggressive, and it's possible. I think it needs to be its own thing. Leo said, Prisma said, AW Wrestle Night is awful. It's so uncreative. Fuck you. Leo said, I hope Blood and Guts gets his own pay-per-view instead of a Dynamite episode. Me too. Nail said, do you ever wear any jewelry? Not really. I used to have necklaces at one time. Watches, but only a couple. Only like 3. Sean said, AW Full Tilt Boogie. V said, True Blood was HBO, wasn't it? That's correct. First Max pay-per-view, AW Skin in the Game. Nick said, AW from Cincinnati. Messiah said, Winter is Coming is already Game of Thrones reference. HBO's Oz was a fantastic show. Wrestling, your enthusiasm. Get Brian Benben to appear on Collision. Leo said, AW Dream On sounds like a lame Cody Rhodes idea. Fuck you. Joseph said, AW Uncaged. Mia said, Hung was funny. The first time I saw Stephen Amell. Brian Benben. Haven't seen that name in a while. Mass Andy said, not necessarily the wrestling. Calamity said, AW Star Spangled Spectacular. Oof. AW Chernobyl. Band of Brothers and Generation Kill were great shows. The Penguin is awesome. AW Wrestle Spawn. Son of the wrestling show. It Figure said, what's your favorite stops in Columbus for food and coffee? I had to Uber Eats this whole time. It's very hard also with the convention going on too. So I have no idea. I've been reduced Starbucks. AW After Dark, always partial to it. Miss Annie said AW Vice made me too close to Dark Side of the Ring. Yeah, but if we did like New York Vice or like the way like Grand Theft Auto does, you know what I mean? That's probably what I would do, would be like name them specifically to where we're gonna be. That's my like a New York knockout, you know. Obscurities in Orlando. Christine said AW means death. Our flag means death. Entourage, AW should do Beach Brawl like UWF as a pay-per-view. Max, aka HBO Max, needs to add Taxi Cab Confessions. I don't mind AW Max. Okay, said RJ, just watched your guest episode on the Nobody's Watch Wrestling, which is on YouTube. You had to educate them on the work of Bronson Pinchot. Do you know if they are okay? Let me text Ariel Italic right now. How do we not have Lady Barrica? There we go. Doing my show, coffee show on YouTube right now. Someone asked in the chat if the Nobodies are doing okay. You're all still alive, right? Me said, what's on the cheat meal for today? I haven't been eating that well, and I don't know if I really want to do one today. So we'll see. Nell said, I love the Nobodies. Rob said, AW Romp Stomp. Leo said, dumbest song I've ever heard. It's a good song. The Donna Summer version is good. It's just bad to sing. Karaoke, it's just offensive. Fox said, RJ, did you ever work as a stage actor? I didn't work as one. I mean, I did a couple, certainly, obviously, in high school, and even into university, and afterwards, I would pop in and do certain things. I don't know if you would consider improv to be stage acting. I haven't done a play in a while. I don't know if I would again. People have asked. I just never really had the time. Red Dog said, I can't hear that without thinking Beetlejuice 2, which I enjoyed more than the classic original. It was an inoffensive length. Calamity said, considering how much inspiration Tony Storm's current self looked from Marilyn Monroe, do you think Monroe could have been a successful wrestler? No. God, no. Mike said, has anyone told you that you look like Thomas Ian Griffith from Karate Kid 3? Gonna look this up and get insulted. Just long black hair. That's what we're doing here. That's it, right? Right? I'm more attractive than this person. Nell said, I hope Tony's labia is healing nicely. You put it in a sling? Messina said, I can't wait to see the best of Serpentico on Max. Leo said, RJ Spotify rap. Paul Simon, WWE, Korn, Sir Captain Tom Moore, and Winger. So here's my issue with the Spotify Wrapped is that I've been putting on playlists. I listen to Night Flight puts up a lot of playlists. So I usually listen to theirs. I'm writing. I'll just put on whatever that is. And the playlist, so I'm not paying for Spotify, the playlist is all like it shuffles. You can't even pick the order. And it will always, for some reason, default to Loser by Beck. So now my top song is Loser by Beck, but it's not by choice. It bothers me. The algorithm bothers me. V said, I'd love to see some of those best of collections. Me too. Falk said, top 5 AEW moments. I hate moments. Moments is so, oh God. Sting's retirement. Bryan against Kenny Omega. Either Mariah and Tony at the end of the Owen or Mariah and Tony at Wembley. One of those. Two more. Eddie Kingston versus Minoru Suzuki. Especially because I got to watch it in this weird, we were doing a pre-show and it was a cool spot to watch it from. I have to pick one more. I really love me some FTR versus Jay White and Juice Robinson from one of those early collisions. That I really liked. Christine said, yes, let's look at some more restaurants. Now it's a party. Nell said, with Mario. Who's dropping names? The only reason I said that because I didn't fucking pay, or else I wouldn't have gone. Leo said, having WWE use the Spotify top 5 artists is cringe as fuck. Neil said, have you ever worn a top hat and tails? No. Mike said, 345 is just stupid. Christ. Calamity said, WWE's Legends House show back in the day was a fun concept. Yeah, but go watch it now. It's very troubling. Kevin said, good Sunday, RJ. Are you ready for Christmas? Have you picked out your holiday wardrobe yet? No, and I never will. I'm just done. I'm done with it. We're over it. We've moved on. Blood and Guts is too good of a name to not be a pay-per-view. It also makes the match feel more special. It being a Dynamite episode is based on AEW only have 4 pay-per-views, which they do a lot now. That's fair. John's top was What's My Age Again by Blink-182. Jesus. Leo said, I can imagine Cody Rhodes accounting a Dream On premium live event. What do you want from me? Red Dog said, AEW Perfect Stranger starring RJ and the rest of my life. Leo said, why, when a wrestler pursues a music career, is it always absolutely dreadful? That's something you all need to think about. Calamity, Cam, Ali, Jay, and Efren. Good for you, Efren. Was gifted. They were all gifted memberships by Christine. Thank you, Christine. It's very sweet of you. Everyone's very happy now. Efren will be thrilled. Miss Annie said, I would only like Marilyn Monroe to be a part of wrestling if she brought Jack Lemmon and Tony Curtis with her. Now, Tony Curtis, he would have been a great manager. Leo said, why did the Nana from Nana Lan, the Nana from Nana Lan have a big butt? And Leo, whatever you did while watching that show is your business. I hope you enjoy yourself. Nell said, long black hair means you look like RJ. RJ, you look like me. Yeah, which I've said since the beginning. Fox Club said, I could totally see you at the Shakespeare Festival with Paul Gross. What a name drop. Chronic said, Leo, Be a Man is a great, decent album. Cena's Bad Man Man is a great video. Christine said, RJ, would you still say you're an alumnus of Ryerson University or Toronto Metropolitan University? So I used to go to a university in Toronto, and the name of the university was Ryerson University, named after a man named Egerton Ryerson, who later on was a little more uncovered. He was horrible to Indigenous people aboriginal. He was just mean as shit, I think was the gist. So they've changed it now to Toronto Metropolitan University, which is weird because we also have the University of Toronto. So not only is it a bad name on its own, it's just incredibly confusing. They could have calling it Metropolitan University. METU. I guess I would still say Ryerson because it doesn't seem like anyone knows the fuck I'm talking about. But also, I don't say it that much. It doesn't come up that much in conversation. I gotta be honest with you. James said Tony Schiavone versus Mariah May. Speak Bitch. AW presents Speak Bitch. Brody said I had to watch a commercial for Poise period pads before Hey this morning. You're welcome. Well, I'm targeting the right demo, Brody. And if you like Brody, Broadzilla, and I know you do, click on him, click on his channel, go enjoy his shit. Mia said, what temperature is it in your hotel room since you're always hot? It's very cold here. I would say it was actually freezing last night. It was like 65, 62 maybe, and I was like, I gotta turn it up. And turn it up to 70. Leo said, I can understand why American wrestlers always do the UK has bad teeth heel promo. At All In, some of those people had shocking teeth. I work with the public, and most of them have normal teeth. Just neutral statements now. Mia said, I like the Orange Cassidy versus Matt Taven street fight. Fox loves my choices. Nail said, how do you think the Chiefs will do today? They're raring to go. Falk said, I loved Marco Stunt singing on Britt Baker's show. You're talking about the waiting room. Red Dog said, where's Harley been? I don't fucking know. Nail said, one of my favorite moments, isn't that Ethan or Hauser related, is Dalton and Jericho, the silly goose incident. I believe that was in Toronto. Mia said, Nails, you know the Chiefs aren't losing. I got you, bro, in on jokes. Leo said, Cody will get upset if you do that like he did when Tony made some reference to him. What's the last show you saw on Broadway? Oh, my God. Might be Phantom because I've seen it 9 times. There had to have been something else, but I've forgotten it for sure. No, it was, I think it was still Phantom. I think I need to go again. I don't know if you covered it because, sorry, I'm half listening. Gee, thanks. But the High Spots replay was so lovely. The alien dick you drew was something. I lost my fastball in terms of drawing penises. I used to go fucking great one. I have a marker here. Let me see if I can wing one out for the kids here. Let me see if I can get banned from the chat. I just don't remember. I remember what they're supposed to look like. I just don't remember how I started it. I mean, like, what is this? What are we doing here? It used to be great. Let me try again. That's a little better. It's like a George Washington hat, but I think you can see a clear improvement between 1 and 2. I really got bad at this. Statlander, nothing, said Red Dog. Statlander, land me a stat. Fox said, RJ, since Much Music doesn't do it anymore, could AW do a tree toss? Oh my God, AW tree toss 2025. Leo said, why do wrestling fans have bad teeth? I'm talking black and brown teeth. That's the least of their problems. Messiah said, the other day, my girlfriend and I watched The Mirror Crack, starring Angela Lansbury, Tony Curtis, Liz Taylor, Rock Hudson, Kim Novak, and Charlie Chaplin's daughter, and an uncredited Pierce Brosnan. Jesus. I had heard about a movie called, and I need to watch this. Speed Bus? Super Bus? The Big Bus. The Big Bus. So it was a parody of those movies like Towering Inferno or The Poseidon Adventure. And it stars Joe Bologna, husband of Renee Taylor, Stockard Channing, John Beck, Ned Beatty, Ruth Gordon, Harold Gould, Larry Hagman, Sally Kellerman, Richard Mulligan, and Lynn Redgrave. I can't speak this morning. Let's see who else is in it. Renee Auberjonois, Bob Dishy, Stuart Margolin, Howard Hessman, Vic Taybeck, Murphy Dunn, and Vito Scotti. Oh boy, you can't lose with a cast like that. Brody said, "I'm heading to Kingston for a Chinlock event on Saturday. What do you remember from your experience with Chinlock wrestling?" I remember Hornswoggle trying to shoot me with a gun, and I haven't recovered. Christine said, "One of my favorites is Copeland and Christian from Toronto." Absolutely. I mean, we can go on all day about that. Nell said, "Say Tony Curtis again." Okay, I'm shocked you remember what they're supposed to look like. I haven't seen one in years. I'm going to look down and draw it. Leo said, "Do you think Black Mirror is dumb? You seem like somebody who hates that show." I liked it in the beginning. The pig fucking episode, the mayor fucking the pig was great. Quite a few of them I did really like, and they stayed with me. And then like it can't even be the last season that happened, but like the last season I watched was like shit all across the board. Dan said AEW should do Speaker's Corner. My mother did it, and then they just never put it in the thing. AKA Baldy just said Mauve Beret. Well, doesn't that fucking say anything? I will say this. Right after this, please, for the love of God, go watch the latest AEW with Paul Walter Hausen. Go tell him on Twitter that he was fabulous. Go do it on Blue Sky too. Go like it, go comment, go watch, go share, go tell everyone it's fantastic and that we should do more. He tried very hard. He was incredibly tolerant with me. And then Friday, this Friday, Neil and a Max, 12 p.m. on the TBS YouTube. Things are happening. We're going to have a great time. Let's get a final look at these, shall we? I think we should. Oh, my God. They're all discombobulated. This is why I can't do the sitting and standing anymore. How would you like to draw this? Until next time, Godspeed and God bless.